Baltimore crowd, they're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the... In line. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got it first and goal at the 6. They'll try and roll for it on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They get it to him running left. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That's two really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A first carry now with Alex Collins. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Check, 53 flight. Check, 53 flight.
On second down, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Jackson on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Jackson. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. A toss play to Hunt. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Left. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
They go play action here on first down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Breaks through the contact. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 66 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the Ravens taking the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 37 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Mahomes to throw on second down. It's brought in by Harris. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Now here's Mahomes. And he completes it to Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 1 minute 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, that's Hunt. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. To Allen on the dump off. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Mahomes now to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Now Hunt. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They run with Hunt, and he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll get it up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 3rd down. It's Hunt, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing is Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Jackson. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flushed out right. He uncorks it. He's got him in. Complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Harris has it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here's Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now it's Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every
day. He can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chris Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Allen Bailey in there to to take him down, and the clock will roll. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands.